Welcome to the Eye on Annapolis Local Business Spotlight. There are thousands of locally owned businesses in the area, some small and some large. Some you may know and others you don't. But one thing they all have in common is a great story, and we want to share it with you. Join us every Saturday as we talk to the founders, the owners, and the managers of local businesses you have come to know and love, and those you will come to know and love. Now here's your host, John Frenay, with this week's Local Business Spotlight.
Today we made the trip up to Crofton, which we don't get up to too often, but we are here with Muralize It, which is somewhat of it's a new business to me to know about. And we're sitting down here with Andrea, who is one of the co-owners with her partner, Sonia. How are you today?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Well, Muralize It, I first found out about you guys, and you guys went through the IBP program, which is the Inclusive Ventures program with the Anne Arundel Economic Development Corp.
Yes, we were in the first cohort last year, and it was an amazing experience. We learned a lot there. We shared with 9 other small business from the area, and the program, it takes 7 weeks. So each week we meet with a different tutor and a coach with a lot of information about how to run the business. It was a great experience.
That's great. Yeah, I think it's a good program that they came up with, and I think they're on their 3rd or maybe even 4th cohort now.
I think they are going to start the 4th one now.
Which is great.
It's amazing.
I've got to ask, okay, where did you pick up that Glen Burnie accent from?
Yes, originally not Glen Burnie.
Can you say Downey Ocean or
a little farther than the Glen Burnie? Actually, I was born in the States, but my parents came from Argentina. My father came to do some scholarship here. My mom came, she was pregnant, so I lived here at that point just for a year and a half, and when I was that time, we moved back to Argentina. So I grew up in Argentina. Okay. And came back a few years ago.
And how did we end up in Anne Arundel County?
I was finishing my master in management development in Georgetown University at that point when I came here back to the States. I was working for the IDB and World Bank, so Washington, D.C. was an area very attractive for me, but I didn't want to live in Washington, D.C. So I researched in the area. I love the water, so Annapolis was like calling my attention.
It makes sense. No, it does. We're very fortunate to live in a beautiful area, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Muralize It. Okay, and the website is pretty easy. It's muralizeitinteriors.com. So it's MURALIZE, itinteriors.com. And you're a very unique business in that you are a staging business, I guess, for homes. Is that the best way, or the prime?
Yes, that's what mainly we do. We stage the homes to when they are going to go into the market. So some homes are empty, vacant, and so the real estate agent call us and invite us to see the house, and we decorate the house to set up the house for everyone that come into the house to love and fall in love with that house and feel the house that is better. And so that works to get better prices and more contracts in the house. Sure.
Well, I imagine it's a busy time with the real estate market is still on fire with...
Yeah. Well, there are not so many houses in the market now, but we are really busy working, staging homes. And we started in the Annapolis area. Well, we started the business 4 years ago. Okay. And we started doing business basically in the Annapolis area, Anne Arundel County. But we've been expanding our business in the last year. So now we cover all the NDB area. So we work in Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, and basically mostly Maryland areas.
Great. Now your partner Sonia how long have you guys been together?
Well, she's from Argentina also, and it's funny because we met here. Yeah, we met here in Annapolis, in Edgewater, almost 15 years ago or 12 years ago, our kids were going to the same elementary school, but we hadn't met each other. So
what elementary school?
Edgewater Elementary School.
Elementary. My kids all went to Central.
Yeah.
So
okay. No, we were living in the area that they were going to Edgewater Elementary. So one day, a friend of my daughter that was also the mother of a friend of Sonia's son, invited us for a barbecue together, so we met there years ago. So since then, we've been like friends and family, and the kids are like cousins. And
that's hysterical. I can picture the two kids in school. It says, "Hey, my mom's from Argentina." Oh my gosh, my mom's from Argentina.
It was funny because when they say, "I know another kid that the mom is from Argentina," I say, "No way, here in Annapolis, no." And when finally it was true, there were two families from Argentina. So after that, we became like very good friends, and we started doing the murals together years ago.
You talked about you had a business background.
I have a master in development. Yes,
do you have an artistic? Obviously, you do have you've got an eye for decorating.
Yeah. When we were young, we like art, so we did several courses and studies there in Argentina about art, but just as a hobby. We never worked on that before starting our mural business here in the state. And so that happened like more than 10 years ago. We started our mural business. We've been painting murals all around. We worked for a company, a restaurant. Its name is Buca di Beppo, that they paint murals all around. So, and they called us when they have a new restaurant. We visit the Seattle, New York, Florida, several, Texas, everywhere.
Oh, neat.
We've been traveling with that business, and we also painted a commercial and residential business in the area. But after several years of doing that, we decided that we were getting a little old. And being on the ladder, the hours and hours every day was starting to getting hard for us. So we started talking about changing a little bit and what we could do other than painting murals. And then at that point, we decided that decoration, interior design, and staging was something that was very interesting for us.
Well, I imagine you probably, with your experience doing murals in homes and stuff like that, you probably picked up a lot of decorating tips.
Exactly, we knew that we are very good with colors and design and aesthetics, so yes.
Now, how do you guys work together? Do you work together well, or do you have separate?
Yes. At the beginning, we were fighting about the color of a pillow for 10 hours until but then we started like growing and knowing better what the other wants and we both wanted. So now we work very well. And actually, we have kind of different roles in the business. Sonia is the person who is more in designing what is going to go to each stage. So yeah, when we receive a call from the agent and we visit the house or see the house online, after that the process starts when deciding what kind of furniture, decoration. So we have to pick for each room what's going to go and do the design. So Sonia is in that role and buying inventory and that. I am more in the marketing and networking and all the administrative stuff. Yes. So
you talk about buying inventory. I mean, where do you get your inventory? I mean, I can't imagine that you're buying brand new stuff for every house that you stage. I mean, obviously you can reuse it when you bring it back in and the home sells. But where do you buy your?
It's a little bit of everything. Basically, we buy a lot in Goodwill or other like kind of those business, marketplace. So when people sell their own furniture, so we are always checking around what are good things to buy there, and we buy some new stuff also.
Right.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of everything.
Now again, I mean, I know that when I've sold houses before, they say that get rid of the clutter. Okay, and I would think a big living room with a couch and a table. coffee table is probably about all you need. The second couch or the second chair and the love seat and everything else gets to be too cluttered because the room looks small. Do you go in and pretty much decorate a home from top to bottom with paintings and furniture? I'm presuming the style is to keep it minimal?
Yes, if the house is vacant, we can do the whole house. If they have 5 bedrooms, an office, living room, family room, sunroom, we can provide furniture and decorations and wall art for every room. Sometimes the agent asks for the whole house to stage the full house. Sometimes we just stage a few rooms of the house. But we bring everything, the flowers, the plants, the pillows, the wall art, the sofas, accent chairs. Of course, the idea, rugs. The idea is to keep it minimal, not crowded, and so that they look more open and bigger, the spaces.
I don't know a whole lot about the real estate business, but I do know that it's people, when they shop for homes, they have to go into a place and say, I can see myself here. And if you have, there's a Twitter and a Instagram account I follow. It's called Zillow Gone Wild, which is Zillow, the real estate. And it's just crazy houses that have some just wild decorations, or maybe they're extravagant homes and stuff like that. It's really kind of funny, but you've got to be able to sit there and say, hey, I can picture myself on this couch, or I can, in this kitchen or this bedroom or whatever it may be.
Exactly, and that's the idea of the station. One thing is people, they have to open the door and fall in love with the house. That sometimes an empty house is not that calling for that because it's cold and it's not that inviting.
Sure.
So when you start to put the pillows, the rug, the different textures, colors, that make the house more calling and more interesting for the people. So the idea is to get there and say, yes, I can live there. This is my place.
And I'm assuming you do staging for houses that are occupied as well. And then that's, I know if you came into my house, you'd be like, oh, just get rid of all this crap in here.
Yeah, we are the bad cops there.
Yeah.
Yes, the agents call us when they need some help with the design and the decoration for the houses that are going to go into the market, and people, they are going to still live in there in the houses. So basically, we work with their furniture and their decorations and everything. And sometimes for the real estate agent, it's hard to tell the owner, oh, that sofa is not good looking.
Right, yeah.
So we are the ones that say, well, we can remove this and bring that, or we can rearrange the furniture in this way or that way. And it's funny because we have so many cases that after we work with them and finish the job, they say, I don't want to move now. I want to live in this house. Why I am moving now? So yes.
Well, what happens if I've got a really ugly couch that I like, and my real estate agent and you come in and go, oh my gosh, that's the ugliest couch I've ever seen?
We won't say that, of course.
No, I know that.
We can suggest,
you'll think it, though.
We can suggest to rent a storage unit, and we can put for a while. You would say, anyways, you have to move and you have to pack. So you can move that some certain furniture now and rent a storage unit that is not that expensive
so the
for a
homeowner would
while.
rent a storage unit, put it in there.
But if there are certain furniture that we recommend that not being there, or we can work with another furniture, yes, they can rent a storage unit and put the furniture with some boxes, because we recommend also to empty a little bit the closets and the vanities and so everything. So it's more empty and people can see more.
Without a doubt.
So usually we recommend to put certain items in boxes before doing the stage.
Right.
Yeah.
And presumably, hopefully, the home will sell fairly quickly, and you're going to be moving anyhow.
Yes, and yes, with this market and then the houses sell so
now,
fast.
does the work that you do? I imagine it increases the selling price of homes, doesn't it?
Yes, that's the idea. It's not just to decorate; it's to increase the value of the house. So we are putting value in the houses that we stage, and they sell not only faster but to a higher price than the listing price.
That's probably still that whole "I see myself in this house. I like it. I want it."
Yeah,
that attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you work solely with realtors, or do you?
Our clients are the owners of the house, basically. That the people who pay us to do the job, but our relationship basically is 90% is with the real estate agents. Sometimes the owners call us directly, But basically, our relationship is through the real estate agents. And we work with a lot of realtors that we work with most of their clients. So we do a lot of shoppers. We work for some companies that we are exclusive. So they work just with us for every client they have. And there are certain real estate agents that it's really important, the staging. So they work with the owners to stage every house that they sell, they put in the market.
Neat.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not actively doing the murals anymore.
Yeah.
I imagine, your friend could call you up and you'd probably do one for everybody.
We love to do that, and when we have certain clients that they still calling us, we try to find the time to do certain jobs.
But what else does Muralize It do? I mean, I was snooping around on your website a little bit, and you talked about color consulting and sort of redesigning an existing home.
Yeah, when part of the consultation, usually when we go for a house to do a consultation, sometimes is to do all the staging consultation, sometimes is to do recommendation for colors or what they can redesign a kitchen or a bathroom for sale or for living. So sometimes our clients are the owners and they don't want to sell. They want just to do certain renovations in the house, and we work with them.
Just a fresh look?
For fresh look for certain area like kitchen, bathroom, or with furniture for the living room or the kids' bedroom or that. So we work and we can do recommendations and work with them on that. So what color, what can they buy, how much of this furniture. We love to do that.
How much does color play into a home decorating thing? And I am a very black and white, on-off type of a... It's
funny because even with the neutral colors, they are colors. Mm-hmm. So we work with colors the whole time, even if we don't put like a reds or like a bright orange, but working with neutral colors is working with colors, and you have to see the details and how to work with that.
Right.
For like,
what are the hot colors right now?
Some orange that are very popular now.
Orange?
Yeah, the orange accents. Basically, neutral colors are the main theme, but accent with orange, some certain blues also. We work. It also depends on the area. We don't use all the same furniture or the same colors in all the areas. It's not the same waterfront house in Annapolis than a house in Potomac or a condo in Washington, D.C.
Okay, you're right.
The market is different. The buyers are going to be different. So it's not this. We don't use exactly the same furniture. We have furniture for all of those different kind of styles and houses, but we don't. For example, in Washington, D.C., usually we use more like a mid-century modern style. For a waterfront house in Annapolis.
Could be a little bit more modern or beachy.
Beachy, modern house style, exactly. So, yes, we adapt not every house is the same.
Right. Do you get a lot of people that call you to rework rooms and rework their homes?
We have a lot of, when they love what they do, for their house, they call us for their new house, when they buy the new house to do decorations. Or for
there's a testament to a job well done when they're calling you back for, they probably didn't even know you before their realtor brought you in the last time around, and they're bringing you in for the new one.
Yeah. Clients that come back are the best.
That's wonderful. Now, I mean, can this be virtual, or do you have to go out to the houses can you look at a...
Yeah, basically we can do the walkthrough. We can go to the houses, but most of the time with our experience, we don't need to go to the house, at least for the first view and to do an estimate. We usually will work with the real estate agents, and they send us the address or a former listing, or we can check for a former listing. With that, we have an idea of the style of the house and the size of the house.
Yeah, I guess the age.
And with our experience with that, we can give at least an estimate. If we see that we need to go to the house before doing the staging, we go to the house, but it's not 100% necessary to
staging a house. Say I've got an empty house, I've relocated. I mean, is that charged by the week, by the month?
Well, our contracts are for 2 months, always. Always. Yes, and that's enough. Even in this market that is very, very, very fast market, 2 months between receiving the contract and all the contingencies and everything, making sure that they arrive to the closing. 2 markets are enough time.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
and they can, if something happened and in 2 months they don't receive a contract or they don't sell, they can do a renovation in a monthly basis.
Okay. So, I mean, if somebody has a gazillion-dollar house that just happens to be taking a little bit more time to find the right client,
yes,
then
exactly,
you could go into a couple months as opposed to...
Yeah, not all the houses are super easy to sell.
Boy, for a while there, a couple of years ago, you were probably like staging it in the morning and picking it up in the afternoon.
Well, that's happening now. Yeah, that's happening now. It's crazy. Like maybe sometimes, and because there are a lot of people they are paying in cash, so they are not contingencies. So yes, we can have that happen to us.
I've talked to so many realtors that have said the same thing, is that people are doing, paying so much more over, asking price.
Over the asking price. We have a house that closed 10 days ago that sold $350,000 over the listing price.
That's just crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Who does that? Who does that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's unbelievable. But this is really kind of neat that you've done that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Inclusive Ventures program. You did that. Now, did both you and Sonia go through that, Andrea?
No, because it's just for one
person.
One person, the owner. Yeah, we share what we were doing, and you have to do some homework every week, and we were doing the homework together.
You weren't cheating, were you?
No, of course. So yes, and we have a certificate. They gave us a certificate for when we do the opening.
Right. Well, for those that aren't aware of that, I mean, what this is for a minority-owned business, and you can define a minority as whatever you want. It could be, Black, female, I think Alaskan and Indian, and Hispanic and everything else, and you have to have been in business for, I think, at least a year. Mm-hmm. And you didn't necessarily need to be profitable, but it's a boot camp. And it started out online in the middle of COVID to teach, you've got the financing end of it, the HR, the accounting.
All the accounting, the legal, and yes, and they invite people that they know a lot about, and they have a lot of experience to tell us different options and possibilities about how to grow the business.
Right, and then at the end, they write you a check for $5,000.
For $5,000,
yes. Which is wonderful.
Yes.
What did you guys spend it on? Did you go out and get like a really kick-ass dinner and some like good wine?
At that part, we were in need of inventory at that point, and we bought a truck, and we had bought a truck, and our truck was stolen a few months after we bought the truck. So we were in need of paying all the things, but to
Did
get
you
it
deliver
back.
your own stuff?
Deliver?
Like when you take the stuff to the house to stage the house. I mean, I'm looking at this giant warehouse.
Well, we have three helpers, movers working with us. At the beginning, we were doing all the moving, just the 2 of us. But now we have 3 other people that work with us.
And then it just stays at the home and then comes back here.
Yes, the process is Sonia selects what's going to go for the station a few days before, and we put on the side of the warehouse. Then the day of the station, the movers come here, they load the truck, we drive to the place, they unload everything there, we do all the staging, and when the house sells, we do the process
Come back and bring it back down.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. I mean, you've got to probably also have, you've got this artistic eye because you started out doing murals and stuff like that. So you've got to have an eye for style in furniture. I mean, furniture goes out of style.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see a warehouse full of out of style furniture. So are you constantly sort of watching what's in to make sure that you're...
Oh, yeah, that's part of our shop every day. Yeah, we are watching everywhere, TV and through the media, magazines. We are always watching. So the color, the next color, what's going on, what's in trend. It's not that we buy everything that is in trend, but we try to keep all that style. And as I told you before, there are different kind of style. It's not one style. Yeah. So it's the trend in certain styles is not the same than the other. So yeah.
Not too much use for those big floral couches with the plastic slip covers anymore.
No anymore.
or the green refrigerators.
No
going
anymore.
Back to the.
But it's funny because the mid-century style, the modern style is back. So it's not the green fridge, but kind of that style.
Well, they say everything old is new again at some point. I know the bell bottoms are back and everything else. What do you do with the stuff that is going out of style? I mean, do you guys ever have sales or?
It's not going out of style, but after a certain time that using certain items, we also get bored of using everything. So we like to do open houses and invite the agents or people to come and visit and buy some certain items that we sell.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You ever have anybody go into one of your staged homes and say, I like it just like the way it is? Yeah,
we have a lot. We don't like that. Especially now that it's so hard to buy and find.
I'm trying. I didn't even think about that.
So it's nice because we feel like, they like our job. So it's really nice. But we have to say no, especially now. We used to sell some certain items, or when they like how everything is set. So they buy the whole living room or the whole bedroom, but now we are not interested in that. We cannot do that because buying a sofa means that maybe it takes 2 weeks or 3 weeks for us to buy a new sofa.
If you're lucky at this point, I would think with the, you hear about all of the supply chain issues just taking forever to get there. And we look at inflation now, and that couch that may have cost you $500 is now costing you $700.
Exactly. And that, not only the price, but it's impossible to find. You cannot go to the store now and buy a sofa. They are not in stock. So you have to wait weeks and weeks to receive that. So now we cannot do that. It's sad because we like it when people likes and our job.
Again, it's a great testament to what you do and your look, the eye that you have for the style. Well, this is really neat. What else do we need to know about Muralize It?
We are always learning and try to grow our business and try to do a great job and better job. And so,
Is it just you two that are running it? I mean, you're the only 2 employees?
We are the only 2 employees, and we have the
contractors,
movers that we trust and work with us, and because with the movers and the helpers, you have to train them, and they know now the people that work for us, they know where certain furniture goes back, how to organize the warehouse. That is very important to keep everything very neat and organized, and how to load everything in a truck, to fit everything in one truck. We have a 17-foot truck.
Right.
And a van. So it takes time to learn how to do everything. And we are very exigent. We like things to go in certain ways. So.
Well, I will say that if you're looking to sell a house and you're looking to make a couple extra bucks on it, look into staging it. If you're looking to change up the way your house looks, as it looks. Check out Muralize It as well. I think it's a neat concept that you have. I think you guys have a great little niche that's working anywhere in Northern Virginia. You said pretty much most. We work in
Washington D.C., Northern Virginia, and basically in Maryland.
Very cool. You have any plans for expansion beyond this?
In the area, that's a pretty area. We work 1 hour driving around, but yes, our expansion is growing the business. Maybe this warehouse that we have is a 4,000 square foot house, and now it works for us. Maybe in a year or 2 more years, we are going to need another one. So
this looks pretty full as it is here.
And another truck. Yeah, we need another truck to buy one. We are planning to expand that in the next months.
That's great. Now, do you get your family helping you out here too, or?
Well, yes, they're a little reluctant, but when we need, they at the beginning, the whole family were helping.
Oh, sure. Well, that's the life of a entrepreneur, I guess.
We started in our garage, like everyone. We started in the garage with the family helping and trying to find, using our own furniture at first with the first stations. And, fortunately, we grew up, and now we grew to this, and we have like our own inventory and our warehouse.
A job well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's about 4 years, you said?
4 years, yes.
And 1 year, since you've been in this warehouse since the winter.
And we've been in this warehouse since December.
Okay.
The last December, so a few months.
And then just about a month ago, you had your official ribbon cutting and grand opening. And
yeah, we did the grand opening. It took a few months to organize all the warehouse and buy the shelvings and put everything in order. So last month we did the grand opening.
Rumor has it you had some pretty amazing food.
Yes, we did our Latina food, like empanadas and Latino sweets and Argentine sweets. So yes, everyone loved our empanadas.
Steve Adams from the Anne Arundel Economic Development included me and said, "Yeah, no, you missed a good one. It had some really
next time, next one."
Well, Sonia and Andrea, thank you so much for inviting me in. Congratulations. Folks that are listening, Muralize It Interiors, they're up on Priest Bridge Road in Crofton, which is just, if you're coming out 450, a little before you get to Route 301 or 3, I'm not sure what it's called, right there on the left side. And the website, check it out. It's muralizeitinteriors.com. Pretty easy, Muralize. And again, congratulations and job well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for listening to this week's Local Business Spotlight. Please make sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net for all your local news, events, and opinion. And in case you haven't already, please subscribe to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, where we bring you all the day's local news direct to your phone, tablet, or computer in about 10 minutes. It comes to you at 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday, and you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.